All right, ladies and gentlemen of the YouTube citizens, y'all know who this is. This is your boy Dash, the True Inferno. Back at it with another Throwback Tunes on another Thursday, and I'm reviewing something that, I'll be honest, to some degree I thought I would never review, and that is a Wyclef Jean album. So I'm actually reviewing his very first album, which is called Wyclef Jean Presents the Carnival. So when I say review a Wyclef Jean, I don't mean the Fugees, because that's going to happen. That's going to happen very soon, to be honest. No, I'm talking about like a Wyclef Jean only album. That's what this is. So this is called Wyclef Jean Presents the Carnival, or shorten it to The Carnival. Joint came out June 24, 1997. It was recorded from 1996 to 1997. This was done under Columbia Records. And the producers involved were Wyclef and Jerry Wanda. That's pretty much it. So looking at the charts and all that stuff, this album was 42nd on the Canadian album charts. It was 40th on the UK, the official album chart, so that's out in the UK. It was 16th on the Billboard 200, and it was 4th on the top R&B/hip hop albums charts. And it was double platinum by the RIAA, which is based in the US, and it was regular platinum, just plain platinum in the MC, which is done in Canada. So there's that. All right. And I believe that's it in terms of, oh no, there's more charts actually. Oh god. So it was 48th on the Dutch album charts, 81st on the German album charts, it was 31st on the New Zealand album charts, and it was 24th on the Norwegian album charts, 16th on the Swedish album charts, 38th on the Swiss album charts, and everything else already read. So there you go with that. Now let's take a look at the album. It says, so here's where things gonna get confusing to some degree. We got the standard edition, and then there's one where they came with bonus tracks. We only gonna focus on the standard edition. So there's 24 tracks. Out of these tracks, and there's a lot of skits in here. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8. 8 of them are skits. So there's 16. So I can still give you guys a top 5, not a top 3 this time around. So here we go. The first track off this album is called Court Clef, and in parentheses, intro. So obviously that's the intro. Next up is Apocalypse, followed by one of the 5 singles off of this album. Ooh, I'm gonna butcher this one too. Granta Namera. Granta Namera? Is that how you pronounce that? Featuring Celia Cruz, Jenny Fujita, and Lauryn Hill. Then we got Pablo Diablo, which is another interlude, aka skit. Interludes in parentheses, by the way, featuring Crazy Sam and Talent, followed by Bubble Goose, featuring Melky Sedek. Then we got track number 6, which is called To All the Girls, Prelude, which is in parentheses. Track number 7 is called To All the Girls, which is actually one of the 5 singles off the album. Well, we can get more into that, I guess, a bit. But yeah, we'll get to that. Yeah, we'll get to that, because there gotta be some info in regards to that. Track number 8 is called Down Low Ho, which is another interlude, another skit, featuring Talent and Will Shannon Bridge. Track number 9 is called Anything Can Happen. So even though that one is not a music video, that was not a single, excuse me, it does have a music video though. So there's that. Now the next track is an actual single, which is called Gone Till November, Till T-I-L-L, by the way. Track number 11 called Words of Wisdom, which is another interlude in parentheses, which is another skit, followed by Year of the Dragon featuring Lauryn Hill. The next song, Sang Fesi, I probably butchered that name wrong, but you will roll with it, is the next track. That one also features Lauryn Hill. Track number 14 is Fresh Interlude. Interlude is not in parentheses, by the way. Track number 15 is called Mona Lisa featuring the Neville Brothers. Track number 16 is called Street Jeopardy, and that features John Forte and ROC. I felt like I read some info about him. He's apparently from Detroit. I think that was the dude who sounds like Jay-Z, or maybe that's somebody else. I don't recall. But yeah, I thought this was the dude that sounded like Jay-Z, but maybe that's somebody else. Yeah, that's somebody else. So let's move on from that. All right, moving on to the next track, which is called Killer MC Interlude. So interludes in parentheses. And that is another skit. That one featuring Pras. The next track, We're Trying to Stay Alive, features John Forte and Pras. And I believe that is, yes, that is. That's actually the very first single off this album. Track number 19 is called Gunpowder, featuring Lauryn Hills, another single off this album. Then we got Closing Arguments, another interlude featuring Talent and Will Shannon Bridge, followed by another skit, which is called Enter the Carnival, and then interlude in parentheses. Next up is Jaspora, followed by Yearly, Y-E-L-E, featuring Joel Surveillance and Lauryn Hill. I probably butchered that name wrong. Then track number 24 is called Carnival, featuring Jacob. Oh my gosh, these names. Jacob Desvarius. No, Jacob Desvarieux. And then Jacqueline, Jocelynne, Berward, B-E with the asterisk over the E, Roard, and Sweet Mickey. Hey, finally, a name that I can actually pronounce correct. So, but again, we only gonna focus on the original, not the ones that had the bonus track. But I will let you guys know what's in the bonus track. So the next track, which is, this is the bonus track right here, and Mango, which is Creole version. Then we got Bubble Goose, Bacon Cake Mix. Okay, that's weird. Then we got No Airplay, and in parentheses, Men in Blue, featuring Yusu Endure. Then we got Cheated, and then in parentheses, To All the Girls, in parentheses, R&B remix, featuring Queen Pen. Then we got track number 29, Wyclef, featuring Naomi Campbell. Then we got Chicken Head, Ice Rider remix, featuring Spraga Benz. So there you go with that. A lot of stuff right there. All right, let's move on to the first single off this album, which is called We Trying to Stay Alive. This joint came out May 27, 1997, and it was recorded in 1996. So, judging by the title, yes, this did sample Staying Alive, which is done by Bee Gees. You know, Staying Alive. Yeah, that song. So yeah, it sampled that song. And the video version also contains interpolation of the main melody of Trans Europe Express by Kraftwerk. So there's that as well. And yes, there is a music video for this song as well. Yep. And let's take a look at the charts. It was 13th in the UK singles charts, 45th in the US Billboard Hot 100, 14th in the US Hot R&B / Hip Hop Songs charts, and 3rd on the US Hot Rap Songs charts as well. By the end of the year, 1997, it was 50th on the New Zealand and in parentheses record music or recorded music NC. So that's the chart right there. So there you go with that. Let's move on to the next single off this album. Again, I'ma butcher this name, Granta Namera, which apparently is Spanish for the woman. And oh, this is interesting. So check this out. First off, okay, hold on. So yeah, that part is true. But I'm about to read something that was not related to what I'm looking at. So this is okay. So I guess this is the original version because this one was released in 1929, and it is the best known Cuban song in that country's most noted patriotic song. So that's very interesting. And also it was presented in a poem format as well. So that's pretty cool. And apparently there's other songs that have this title. So Wyclef is not the only one. Now the funny thing is I don't see any info on this, on Wyclef's version, that is. Other than the fact that he was one of the many that we, did a song with this title. That is very crazy if you ask me. The only thing I can say about this single is that it was released October 8, 1997. Yes, there is a music video for this. It is actually available on YouTube, so you can go ahead and watch that. And it did make the charts. It was 67th on the Billboard Hot 100 charts. It was 25th on the UK charts, which is the UK singles charts. It was 23rd on the US Hot R&B / Hip Hop Songs charts, and 10th on the official New Zealand music charts as well. So it did make some charts. And also it has a music video, so there's that. Now next up on the list is Gone Till November. This joint came out December 11th, 1997, and it was recorded in 1997. And there's a remix for this which features R. Kelly and Cannabis with backing vocals by Destiny's Child, and contains interpolations of the songs Michael by the Beatles and Karma Chameleon by Culture Club. I probably butchered that name wrong. A spare music video was also made for the remix version. So yeah, there was two music videos. One of them was for the original, the other one's for the remix. I had no clue there was a music video for either one, so that's cool. And let's see, let's look at the charts. Oh my gosh, this is going to be major actually. So it was 88th out in Australia. It was 4th in the, this is new, Canada, and in parentheses, Nelson SoundScan charts. It was 18th on the Canada dance charts, and 2nd in the Canada urban charts, 15th in Europe, 31st in Germany, 5th in Ireland, 17th in the Netherlands Dutch top 40, 15th in the Netherlands single top 100, 4th on New Zealand, which is the recorded music NZ charts, 8th in Scotland, 47th in Sweden, 22nd in Switzerland, 3rd in the UK singles, number 1 in UK R&B charts, 7th on the US Billboard Hot 100, number 1 in the US Hot Dance Single Sales charts, 9th on the US Hot R&B / Hip Hop Songs charts, 2nd in the US Hot Rap Songs charts, and 19th on the US Rhythmic charts. By the end of the year, 1998, it was 26th on the Canada Urban charts, 48th on the New Zealand Recorded Music New Zealand charts, and 33rd in the US Billboard Hot 100. And it did get some certifications. It was gold in New Zealand with 5,000 copies sold, silver in the United Kingdom with 200,000 copies sold, and platinum in the US with 1.2 million copies sold. That's pretty dope if you ask me. Now we got Cheated to All the Girls. So this joint was recorded in 1997. It was released July 28, 1998. So this is his 4th single, and it was mildly successful in the US. And there is a music video for this one as well. So let's take a look at the charts. It was 19th on the Canadian singles charts, 61st in the US Billboard Hot 100, 48th on the US Hot R&B / Hip Hop Songs charts, and 6th on the US Hot Rap Songs charts as well. Now, let's get on to, and again, not much info here with this one because in the album, the standard version, it's just called To All the Girls. But we got Cheated and then parentheses To All the Girls. So not much info in regards to the name. But yeah, there's that. Now the 5th and final single off this album is called Gunpowder. This joint came out September 28th, 1998 and was recorded in 1997. And let's take a look at the charts real quick. It was 75th on the US Billboard Hot 100, 56th in the US Hot R&B / Hip Hop Songs charts, 12th on the US Hot Rap Songs charts as well. And in terms of a music video, I want to say that there is a music video for this single as well, which is also on YouTube. So all the music videos that I mentioned for the singles and that extra track rather, which is called Anything Can Happen, are all available on YouTube. So I'm about to give you guys my favorite tracks off this album from worst to first. And I'm gonna start off with, there's only, out of all the skits, there was only one skit that had an actual, that was like in a song format, that was Fresh Interlude. The beat was really cool there. That's pretty much what I'm gonna say about that. Now, ironically enough, Gunpowder was the last single off this album. Gunpowder finished dead last on my list from worst to first in terms of the best tracks off this album. Tempo is cool. The melody / guitar is straight. The bass is straight. The kick is cool. The snare is cool. Same with the percussions. Overall, the track was cool. Next up is Carnival. Now, the two tempos are cool. The melody is straight / cool, so it's borderline. The bass is cool. Same with the kick, and the snare was cool as well. Overall, the track is cool. Then we got Yearly. Again, I probably butchered that name wrong, but let's continue on. The tempo is cool. The melody / guitar is cool. No bass and no snare. Hurts this a bit. The kick is cool nevertheless. Overall, the track is cool. Then we got Mona Lisa. The tempo is straight, same with the melody. The bass is cool, same with the kick. The snare was excellent, and I believe this was like the best, no, this is one of the best snares on the entire album actually. There's another snare that was also excellent. We'll get more on that later. Overall, the track is still cool nevertheless. Jazz Forward. The tempo is cool, same with the melody. And the bass is cool. The kick is borderline cool / really cool. The snare was just straight though. Overall, the track is cool. Next up is Saying Physique. The tempo is really cool. Melody is cool. Same with the bass and the kick. The snare is cool. Overall, the track is cool. Then we got Gone Till November. Tempo is cool. Melody is cool. The bass is borderline cool / really cool. The kick is really cool. The snare is borderline cool / really cool. The tempo is cool. I already said that already, my bad. Overall, the track is cool. Then we got We're Trying to Stay Alive. The tempo is really cool. The melodies, we're pretty much, this is a sample here. It's borderline cool / really cool. The bass, and they use the samples bass, that's really cool. The main kick is borderline cool / really cool. The secondary kick is just cool though. The main snare is really cool. The secondary snare is just cool. The track is really cool, but they could there was this one part near the end of the track where they added a different kick and a different snare for I want to say half a verse or half a bar, not half a verse, half a bar. And I'm like, why y'all add that in there? Don't add that. They shouldn't have added that in there. It was fine as is without those extra kicks and snares. So let's move on. Anything can happen. The tempo is cool, same with the melody. The bass is cool / really cool. The kick is really cool, same with the snare. Overall, the track is really cool. Then we got Granta Namera. The tempo is cool. The melody is really cool. The bass is cool. The kick is borderline cool / really cool. The snare is really cool. The track is really cool as it starts at the 25-second mark. Alright, time for the top 5 tracks off this album. 5th best track off this album is Apocalypse. And the tempo is really cool. Melody is really cool. The tempo is cool, my bad. Melody is really cool. The bass is cool / really cool. The kick is really cool. The snare is cool / really cool. Overall, the track is really cool. 4th best track off this album, Year of the Dragon. Tempo is really cool, same with the melody. The bass was just cool, same with the kick. The snare was really cool though. Overall, the track is really cool nevertheless. The best track off this album, Bubble Goose. Semi-smooth track right here. The tempo is cool. The melody is borderline cool / really cool. The bass is really cool. Same with the kick. The snare is really cool as well. Overall, the track is really cool. 2nd best track off this album, Street Jeopardy. The tempo is really cool. Melody is borderline cool / really cool. The bass is cool. The kick is really cool. The snare is excellent. There it is. I told y'all there was going to be another one. Overall, the track is really cool. Really because of the drums, to be honest. Really because of the drums. Number 1 track off this album, To All the Girls. This is a smooth track right here. The tempo is really cool. The melody is really cool. The bass is borderline cool / really cool. The kick is really cool. Same with the snare. Overall, the track is really cool. So To All the Girls is the best track off this album. Alright, so what do I think about this? Let's look at some professional ratings before I give you guys my opinion on this album. AllMusic gave it 4 out of 5 stars. Chicago Tribune gave it 3.5 out of 4 stars. Entertainment Weekly gave it an A. The Guardian gave it 3 out of 5 stars. The Los Angeles Times gave it 3 out of 4 stars. NME gave it an 8 out of 10. Same with Pitchfork Media. Rolling Stone gave it a 3.5 out of 5 stars. Spin gave it an 8 out of 10. And the Village Voice gave it an A-. Now, what do I think about this album? Okay, this album's good. I will be honest, this album is good. There's a lot of good tracks, great tracks actually that I really like. I like To All the Girls, I like Street Jeopardy, I like Bubble Goose. Those tracks are really, really cool. Yeah, the Dragon is really, really cool. Same with Apocalypse. And that Granta Namera, that one's really cool too. I like those. And of course, Anything Can Happen and We Try and Stay Alive. I really like those tracks. I'm gonna give this album an 8.25 out of 5. I recommend you download it at the very least, and I recommend you keep it. 4.25 out of 5. I'm about to say 8 point something out of 10 because of those ratings, but yeah, 4.25 out of 5. I recommend you download this album and you keep it. And I'm gonna call it a wrap. So with all that said, y'all know who this is. This is boy New J Gatsby, aka the new Stephen A. Smith, saying peace out, y'all, and I'll see y'all next time. Yeah.